I've helped over 150 businesses scale their revenue using digital marketing strategies that most people get completely wrong. In fact, 90% of businesses fail at digital marketing because they're focusing on the symptoms instead of the root cause. But here's what's crazy. The businesses that get it right, they're seeing 300% increases in their revenue within just 6 months. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact 5-step framework that separates the winners from the losers in digital marketing. This isn't theory, this is the same system I've used to help clients go from struggling to get leads to having more customers than they can handle. Here's something most people completely miss about digital marketing. Most businesses think digital marketing is about posting on social media, running some Facebook ads, and hoping for the best. But that's like trying to build a house by just throwing bricks at a wall and hoping they stick. The truth is, digital marketing isn't about the tactics. It's about understanding human psychology and creating a system that guides people from strangers to customers. Think about it this way. When you walk into a physical store, there's a process. You're greeted, shown products, given information, and guided to make a purchase. Digital marketing is the same thing, except it's happening online across multiple touchpoints. The businesses that win understand this fundamental truth. Digital marketing is about creating a journey, not just broadcasting messages. So before we dive into the tactics, you need to shift your mindset from how do I get more followers to how do I create a system that turns strangers into customers. The scale framework that changes everything. Now that you understand the mindset, let me show you the exact framework that's responsible for generating millions in revenue for my clients. I call it the scale framework. S, strategy and audience. C, content that converts. A, automation systems. L, lead generation. E, engagement retention. Let's break each one down. Step 1, strategy and audience. S, most people start with tactics, big mistake. You need to start with who you're serving and what they actually want. Here's what I do with every client. We create what I call an avatar map. This isn't just demographics, it's understanding their fears, desires, and the language they use when they're lying awake at 3 a.m. worried about their problems. For example, if you're targeting small business owners, they're not just worried about marketing, they're worried about making payroll next month, about their competitors stealing customers, about whether their business will survive. Lead generation L. Now we're ready for the tactics everyone jumps to first, but because we've done the groundwork, these tactics actually work. We use a combination of content marketing, SEO optimized blog posts and videos, social media advertising, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, email marketing, partnerships and collaborations. The key is testing and measuring everything. What works for one business might not work for another. Engagement and retention. E. Here's what separates good marketers from great ones. They don't just focus on getting new customers, they focus on keeping them and getting them to buy more. We implement customer feedback loops, loyalty programs, and upsell sequences that turn one-time buyers into lifetime customers. Content that converts. C. Here's where most people go wrong. They create content they think is clever instead of content that actually moves people to action. Every piece of content should do one of 3 things. Educate your audience about their problem, demonstrate your solution, build trust and authority. I use what I call the value ladder approach. You start by giving massive value for free, then gradually introduce your paid solutions. It's like dating. You don't propose on the first date. Automation systems. This is where the magic happens. Once someone shows interest in your content, you need systems that nurture them automatically. I set up email sequences, retargeting campaigns, and lead magnets that work 24/7. One client's automation system generates $50,000 per month on autopilot because we built the right sequences. The 3 mistakes that kill your results. Before you implement this framework, you need to avoid these 3 deadly mistakes that I see businesses make every single day. Mistake number 1, the shiny object syndrome. Stop chasing every new platform and tactic. I've seen businesses fail because they're trying to be everywhere at once. Master one channel first, then expand. Mistake number 2, focusing on vanity metrics. Likes, followers, and impressions don't pay the bills. Focus on metrics that matter. Leads generated, conversion rates, and customer lifetime value. Mistake number 3, not having a clear funnel. If someone visits your website or sees your content, what happens next? Most businesses have no clear path from awareness to purchase. Every touchpoint should have a clear next step. Your 30-day action plan? Here's exactly how to implement this framework in the next 30 days. Week 1, define your avatar and create your strategy document. Don't skip this, everything else builds on this foundation. Week 2, create your first piece of high-value content and set up basic automation. Start with a simple email sequence. Week 3, launch your first lead generation campaign. Start small. Even $10 a day on Facebook ads can give you valuable data. Week 4, analyze your results and optimize. What's working, what's not. Double down on what works. Remember, digital marketing is not a sprint. It's a marathon. The businesses that win are the ones that stay consistent and keep optimizing. Your next step to digital marketing success. You now have the exact framework that's generated millions in revenue for my clients. But here's the thing, knowledge without action is worthless. Your homework is simple. Pick one element from the scale framework and implement it this week. Don't try to do everything at once. And if you want to see this framework in action, I've created a detailed case study showing how we took a struggling business from $5,000 to $50,000 per month using these exact strategies. Click the video right here to see the complete breakdown. The difference between businesses that succeed and those that fail isn't talent or luck. It's having the right system and taking consistent action. You now have the system. The question is, will you take action? I'll see you in the next video, and remember, your success in digital marketing starts with your next decision.